Good morning here from the Mississippi River, man. If you wanted drama, you got it yesterday. The guys who haven't slipped all year, well, they tumbled down a few sets of stairs, Such, but they're still intact, and we now have a big-time race not only in the tournament, but also in Angler of the Year. And boy, they caught him yesterday big time. 18-15 for Caleb Kufall. That'll get him some breathing room, right? Nope, just an ounce for KJ Queen. Only 5 ounces back to Brandon Card. 7 ounces back to Pat Schlopper. Yeah, the top four all over 18.5 pounds. Andrew Loberg, 17-12, no slouch there. Corey Johnston, Jason Christie, all the way down. And Such, it goes all the way through the leaderboard too. Some
10.
Crazy weights. 15 pounds even for 20th, and you go down 3 more pounds, it's down to 60th before you get to 13 pounds basically. So 2 pounds can be 40 spots here at the Mississippi River.
I want to say congratulations to KJ Queen. It's his 27th birthday, I believe, and he finishes second place, and he moves in the top 10 in the AOI. And speaking of an AOI jumble, Ronnie, we're going to show it here. Jay Shakir came in 42 points back.
Look at you calling up graphics,
10th
Such.
place. Chris Johnson, who is tied with McKinney, is 55th, and McKinney's 58th. So now they are 6 points apart, those three. And Koya Fujita is not out of the mix as well. He's only 11 back.
We now have 4 anglers within 11 points for Angler of the Year with 3 events left in the season.
Days.
Could it be possible? You're saying there's a chance? Yes. Best 2 anglers of the season outside the top 50. Jay swoops in, his home state, top 10s it after yesterday. And maybe he will make up for the last 2 events from Tin Killer and St. Clair that really let him down. But he's led half the AOI season. Now he's probably more confident than ever going into day 2 of this event.
Man, I'm looking forward to it. We had a really good day yesterday with 17 pounds. I'm not going to say it was a little bit unexpected, but it kind of was. I caught a big one late. I was kind of expecting to come in with that 15-pound range, and caught that big one that jolted me up into the top 10. So, but that's what you need out here. 1 big one a day and some 3-pounders to go with it. So that's the plan today. You never know what can happen. This place could give you a 5, 6, 7-pounder. You never know. It's the Mississippi River. There are a few that live here, not many, but there is always a chance. So we're looking forward to it, and yeah, anything can happen. Obviously, it's not fully in my control today for the Angler of the Year race, but at the end of the day, I need to do what I can do, and that's catch 15 pounds of largemouth or smallmouth for that matter. Maybe we'll have a little mixed bag today, but looking forward to the day. It's going to be a beautiful day out there, and hopefully we bring in some bass.
Shakir is 4 pounds and 45 places back, or ahead of Chris Johnston.
Looking at takeoff right now, they start takeoff in about 12 minutes, and it will be reverse order yesterday. So all of our AOI anglers will be taking off last today. The guys who struggled this season will be in the first flight. Longer day for our AOI race means a lot more nail biting possibly, because guys like Chris Johnson and Trey McKinney, they did all right yesterday. Maybe
13
they thought
pounds, 12, 15.
Maybe they thought I'll be 30th. I'll be 35th. No, sir. 55th and 58th, and they are in a danger zone now. Danger zone because you want to fish as many days as possible. This guy hasn't been worse than 33rd all year. He needs to stay in that top 50, because going into tomorrow, if you're in the top 50, Such, these 2 guys are still in the driver's seat, in my opinion, because they have to be better than 43rd to basically keep that lead and tiebreaker over Jay Shakir. He would have to win the event. Every place they finish below 43rd allows Jay to have that edge.
They got to make the cut. Johnston and McKinney both have to get inside our top 50 to have a chance. Now, do you get better odds of Shakir staying in the top 10, or those 2 making the cut today? That's big.
And there is, and the sky isn't falling for these 2 as we're looking at some stuff from yesterday with Trey McKinney and Chris Johnson. Such, if they fell out of the cut and they stayed in 55th and 58th, right, they still can win AOI.
Doors open, but
if, Jay, it's no longer in their control. Today is the last day that they guarantee they're in control of their destiny. Tomorrow, if they're watching on the sidelines, it would all be up to Koya Fujita, who's 21st in the tournament, and Jay Shakir, who's 10th. So
I had one throwaway line.
Your destiny.
One throwaway line in my advanced story. I said if McKinney and Johnston slip, Shakur and Fujita could be there to steal it. I never thought both of those guys would slip.
Don't you dare leave this out. You said if they slip, comma, which is unlikely,
yes.
comma.
There,
that's the one. Unlikely. It wasn't just if they slipped. The odds are that both of them struggle. Very, very slim. And boy, we saw not a struggle. They caught fish, but that's the scary part of the Mississippi River. You can catch them all day long. I caught 30 or 40 fish and not have the weights you need.
You'd expect one or both to get up in there today and have a decent bag, a 15-pound, and get back in the 30s and retake the lead.
We pitted it as these anglers were going head-to-head yesterday at takeoff.
Oh, yeah.
They are competing against about 10 anglers just above and below the cut. It doesn't even matter what your nearest pursuer does in terms of AOI. You have to now make that top 50 cut, which has been such a guarantee for these anglers.
And the weights are tight, Ronnie.
Not only will we have top 3 in Angler of the Year, we have Shakur. We've got McKinney and Johnston on camera, but we also have top 3 in the tournament, which is Kufal, Brandon Card, and this guy, KJ Queen.
So day 2, man, I'm looking forward to it, super excited, looking forward to getting out there. It's going to be a little different today, got some wind blowing in, and I don't know, it might blow a little cloud cover in though, so it might actually be a good thing. So we'll see, I don't know. It's going to be definitely a different day than what it was yesterday, but with not having the slick calm, you know, no wind, but they might bite better, so I'm looking forward to it. We'll see, just ready to get out there and see what happens.
KJ Queen's been on a hot streak, like you mentioned, and we'll talk more about that during our live coverage throughout the day, but very stellar the second half of this year. Fishing a lot and fishing well. He's got a couple top 10s currently. He made the top 10 at 10 Killer, and he's in the top 10 right now at the Mississippi River. And I believe the last time we were here, he might not have finished in the top 10, but I remember KJ Queen in 2022 in Pool 7, the Onalaska pool, on camera. So I believe he had done well at least at some point in the last Mississippi River.
Top 10, he was ninth.
He did get 10th.
He was ninth in 2022.
Yeah, so
just looked it up.
KJ Queen keeping that track record going. I see Brian Schmidt's boat in the back over there. Keep an eye on him. He's off to a good start, our defending champ from this event. But boy, Caleb Kufal, we got a couple of Wisconsinites. 3 of them in the top 10. Pat Schlopper, Caleb Kufal, our leader. Jay Shakur, now our new Angler of the Year leader. Pete Robbins said this in the story. Will the South rise again? He's talking about the AOI standings. It's all Northerners. When it comes to that, we'll cover that and more in just a couple minutes. Bassmaster.com, Roku Sport.
Come on. Go! You're watching a B.A.S.S. presentation.
Good morning. Welcome to Bassmaster Live, and here we go. That's it. The mighty Mississippi River, the upper Mississippi specifically. Final stop of the year for the Progressive Bassmaster Elite Series 2026, the Pro Guide Batteries. Bassmaster Elite here. Our live coverage is presented by Garmin. We have so much news to share with you on this day. Of course, it's a very, very important tournament. Mainly, for one reason, you win this one and you're in the Classic. No matter where you're standing in the field through your production all season long, the man on top, Caleb Kufall, the Wisconsinite who's won before on the Elite Series. Way down south in Lake Guntersville. Now he's in his natural surroundings up here and doing very, very well. A super day of 18 pounds, 15 ounces. KJ Queen in second place. Brandon Card of North Carolina. Pat Schlopper, another Wisconsinite. In our top five there, Andrew Loberg, who lost by an ounce earlier this year. Lake 10 killer. Corey Johnston, not Chris Johnston, but Corey Johnston, Jason Christie, Greg Hackney, Brian Schmidt, and Jay Shakurat in 10th place. Now, that is key to one of the big stories that's going on here regarding what transpired yesterday. Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year points. Well, we had in our minds that we would watch two thoroughbreds going down the final stretch, battling it out, and then nobody else could really make it. No, we were wrong. We were absolutely wrong. Jay Shakurat pulled it in, reeled him in today, got a top 10 finish, while our two leaders, Chris Johnston and Trey McKinney, finished below the 50th mark. Ronnie Moore, there is Jay Shakurat's season right there, and just absolutely going on, just headed toward coronation as the Angler of the Year until we reach the sixth event of the year.
It couldn't have been more perfect. Nothing worse than 30th. All the way through 6 events. No slip at 10 killer in St. Clair, right? Nope, he slips mid-pack, barely misses the cuts there. He needed a rebound event here and some help, and he definitely got it for sure. I'm going to say less nerves, a lot more confidence going into day 2 for Jay Shakurat.
Oh, that's absolutely got to be the truth. Let's let him back it up right now.
Man, I'm looking forward to it. We had a really good day yesterday with 17 pounds. I'm not going to say it was a little bit unexpected, but it kind of was. I caught a big one late. I was kind of expecting to come in with that 15-pound range and